Hello, Twin Flame Collective. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so welcome to your reading. My name is Tanya Vargo. If you'd like a personal reading with me, my email is in the description of this reading, and it's Tanya@earthangeleverlasting.com. I am also on TikTok and Instagram at earthangeleverlasting.com for those of you that have been interested. You can follow me there too. I just do the readings on YouTube because I feel like I can get more of my coaching in for you. So let's get into this. I'm going to start here today and work my way around because the reading is a little crazy. I did bring the Karmic back, and then if you look right here, it's, if I remember right, I didn't go back and check, but this is almost a very similar spread. I definitely remember these two cards from the it's over reading. So if you go back to that one, we can check it and double back and check it. But I'm going to kind of start with the oracle cards, and I think I'm going to work my way around this time because it feels like it kind of makes a little bit more sense if I do it that way. So I have the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, the divine masculine towards the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, the divine masculine towards the karmic. Oh, another important detail. My nosy self has been checking the bottoms of the deck, and I know like a lot of readers do that, and it was nothing I've ever done. I don't know how many years I've been doing this now, on and off, but it's never been a habit of mine to check the bottom of the deck, but I have probably the past 6 or 7 days just to be nosy, just to see if like the bottoms of my deck say anything fascinating, right? Just, because a lot of readers just completely, they get important information from that. And I'm going to tell you, I do this and I still get shocked from time to time. But so this is the deck I use for the divine masculine towards the divine feminine, and the bottom of the deck, I flipped it over and it was the Empress. This is the deck I use for the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, and I flipped it over and it was the Empress. So I picked up the divine this is the deck, and this is the deck I use for the divine masculine towards the karmic, and I flipped it over and it was the Empress. So there's 3 confirmations, and it's a similar story. So he's the King of Wands, and he wants to offer his love and union. That's a twin flame union card, 1111, right? And the Empress is the feminine energy of the twin flame partnership. She's the female energy, right? So she looks like this in this deck, that in that deck, and this is the traditional version of her. Okay, so what do we say? Oh yeah, so we have the King of Wands wanting to offer his cup of love and union as the King of Pentacles, which is the most the king that's most like the Emperor, who is the masculine energy. But he's just afraid right now, and this is also a Pisces card. He's to come forward with this passionate new beginning, because there was an ending that rocked his world, right? that changed, like challenged his belief system and changed everything about this legacy. He knows he has to make a choice about the karmic. So he's working hard. He's working to build a victory. But he feels 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, left out in the cold right now from the sun or the Leo. So he's devastated. Because there was like an empty victory, right? But he feels like he has the upper hand and he's ready to fight for it. They're just at a stalemate right now over what's going on. But she's his hope and his star. He's using his willpower to manifest something in with the Queen of Pentacles. But he has a lot of anxiety over this and this passionate, and bringing in this passionate new beginning. So he's holding back and not even looking at it or dealing with it. He's seeing it as a missed opportunity at this time towards this happily ever after situation because of the options, because he's in his options. And so now he's sitting there thinking about union. And, you know, traditional things, no longer wanting the options. He's thinking he wants something more traditional, and he's very depressed about it. And he's thinking and sitting and thinking and trying to come up with something about how to sneak towards her and offer this new love. But he feels burdened at this time for having been in his devilish energy and not coming in as the Emperor in the first place, and juggling, you know, and not offering and grounding this new love. He does want balance. There was some justice, but he feels trapped at this time. Spirit is doing the last call for alcohol, blowing the horn, and coming in and yelling. And he's waiting for his ship to come in and have some quick moving forward communication. Oh, but I don't know how this card got upside down in here, but this means moving forward. So he's having difficulty moving forward. I don't do reversals, but I know what they mean. So he's having challenges moving forward. Destiny and fate has stepped in about his sorry, not sorry wish fulfillment, which is obviously the divine feminine, right? And he's holding back his emotions at this time and charging forward. He does have some truth, and he wants to be in his integrity, and he's feeling maybe a little bit persecuted at this time, but he's working on coming out of suspension and seeing things from a different angle and possibly making some sacrifices. But at this time, he's holding back and probably just checking everything out, and, you know, more spying on social media and standing back a little bit before coming forward towards the Queen of Cups, who's the queen that is actually most like the divine feminine. That's the High Priestess. She's the psychic queen, the unconditional loving queen. He'd like some reciprocity and balance things out with her, but you know, he's in his broken heart mode at this time for third-party situations. And so the single woman, you know, he knows, the single woman knows about the third-party situations he's been in. And she, you know, she's the twin flame. This is kind of getting hard for me to make sense of it, and we're going pretty fast. But he's ready to come in. So there were third-party situations, right? And he didn't move forward towards this union at the time, but he's ready to come in his heart space towards either the Leo, or he's just building up his courage and inner strength to do so towards the divine feminine, who is the High Priestess, who has the answers, knows the unknown, sees the unseen, using his intuition to reveal how to move forward. But he's at rest at this moment. from bringing forward his romantic, all his true good intention romance, and taking the leap of faith and jumping off the cliff with the innocent new beginning towards this partnership. There has been some clarity in things he's cut out in regards to, this passionate new beginning, and possibly just being in a childish space where he's only in it for the good times, He's looking at the seeds that he's planted. He's kind of on a pause, standing back, looking what he's done towards the Queen of Wands and with the Queen of Wands. And right now they're just, it's in conflict. Lots of jealousy and conflict going on right now. So if you run through the cards, and I don't have time right now, but they all basically say the same thing. So just one of those fun 11:11 on the clock. They all basically say the exact same story, which was insane. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you needed some sort of confirmation, let me know in the comments. But to have, the bottom of the deck be 3 Empresses, that's an amazing confirmation. So you just gotta let me know what that means to you. And the story's basically the same in all the decks. It's not like, it's like he's in, it's the Empress who he's in heartbreak with over third-party situations. He's figuring out how to move forward with this passionate new beginning and bring in a new offer. But, he's overwhelmed because he knows he was in his options and he feels devastated for doing that. So right now he's holding back and just kind of looking and spying. But he is thinking about reconciliation and has nostalgia about the past. There was a tower moment that came in that kept him from bringing this offer forward. He does, he feels possibly like he's been persecuted, does want to come into his integrity and offer some truth. He's holding his emotions back at this time towards this innocent romantic offer and this victory that he wants to have with the Leo, or, the person that illuminates him, to build something together and move forward, with this Queen of Wands and take the leap of faith and jump off the cliff. But he has anxiety at this time. So it's just like, it's the same story in each deck. It's the same story. Okay. So we're going to move forward. Just let me know what you thought about that in the comments, because I found it to be fascinating. Okay, so let's just kind of go this way. The Divine Masculine is coming in hostile, angry, full of remorse and rage. Okay, he is very pissed off. He is very pissed off right now. So he's like, I don't want to play this game with you anymore. There's a burning rage inside of me. I know I've messed up and it's killing me. All the anger I hold back is burning me up from the inside rage. So here's the deal. He did not pick her, right? He did not pick the Divine Feminine. He picked the Karmic. He picked her, and that's where he went. That's where he went with life. And so he's pissed off at himself, and I don't even know if there's any more cards about being pissed off in that deck, like I'll shuffle through them just so that I can know at the end of the day, but I don't really recall, too many more. So he wants her to stop questioning the connection. He feels like he's drowning and she's the anchor, or vice versa. I think you are so sexy, and that this is more of that. Like, I hate that I love you. Like, he absolutely is so angry how he feels towards her. Like, he's just like so angry. I think he's so angry he didn't choose her, and I feel like he is just so angry and has been angry for a very long time that he even loves her. I think it irritates the crap out of him. So he has, I will taste your sweet kiss again, sweetness. So if you haven't been in contact in that kind of a way with your masculine, just know he thinks you're sweet. Your eyes see into the depths of my soul. I mean, yeah, that's a twin flame type of thing. They just have this knowing about each other, right? And then if you also happen to be with like a divine feminine that's like a tarot reader or something along the lines of what I do, numerology, whatever she does, she's gonna be able to kind of do that. Soul cleanse. I've been purifying my mind and soul. If you look at yesterday's reading, I went into a lot of depth about this yesterday. A lot of depth about this. And so, he's just probably trying to prepare himself spiritually to have, to even kind of be with her or someone like her, okay? Because energy exchanges are they can be more dangerous than STDs sometimes. So if you want to go back and learn more about that, just go to yesterday's readings. And it's fascinating. This card came out again. So stripping down feminine beliefs. I think this card comes up so much for this divine masculine. I almost feel like I'm going to reach out to Bridget and see, get her all the way opinion on her intentions behind, this card in this deck. But it's supposed to mean that we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine, or masculine, feminine, the yin and yang in all of us. And maybe he's just changing how he thinks about women in general, or he's getting in touch with the feminine aspect of himself. Okay. So the reason I did this backwards is because when I lay out the tarot cards first, and then I get lay the oracle cards around each person, or each spread, to get clarity. And so when I lay out the Knight of Swords, I'm like, okay, what? That's pissed off. Like, this guy's really direct, right? Like, he comes in and he'll tell the truth and spits it like he sees it. Kind of like Eminem, right? And then he'll take off. And then if it's a bad day, this guy can be the type of guy that would rather just like punch you in the face than argue with you, right? And this is the very, very, very first card I lay down of them all. I was like, oi, oi, oi. This guy is also quick-witted and, takes charge quickly, very confident, very self-assured. He just lacks patience sometimes. So if you're like kind of in your whines, if you're whining, it's gonna like jam his brain, and he'll probably say something crazy that'll hurt your feelings because he lacks patience that day. But he's very self-assured, very quick action. But you usually kind of see him when there's a fight, or he wants a fight, or he has some truth coming forward, and I think he's just really pissed off. And he's in that kind of energy right now, which is why I started backwards with the oracle cards. But this was the very first card that I threw out, or that came out today. So the divine feminine is coming in as, wanting the world. She's completed a cycle. It's a 10. So 10s are about, this is 21. It's the world is like, it can come in as meaning like she thinks the world of him, or she wants somebody that she thinks the world of, or she wants to complete a cycle, or she has it all, right? 1919 on the clock. They've been having difficulties with grounding this union, and even, going on a date or going to coffee or whatever. Like, they cannot figure this out. They can't even figure it out. Like, they don't even get that far. So, what they both want that's in their similarity is that, they want peace and contentment, and to balance this out, right? And the fact that it's also in her spread, but it's in their difficulties, and it's beside each other. This card is also the guardian angel card. So it can just be like a presence of the guardian angel in this, and maybe the guardian angel is gonna help balance this out for you guys, because it's in her difficulties, in her spread, but they're shared difficulties, right? And it's in his spread and in their shared similarities, right? So there's a need to balance this out, and it's easy, not easy. They need some help, probably from spirit, and they're probably getting some. So emotionally, they both want someone loyal, stable, and committed, and they want a committed, grounded offer. In the physical or physically, they both, they want to drop their guard. They're both defensive at this time, but they're both thinking about reconciliation. They're both reminiscing about the past. They're both going over things and how things were. And oh my gosh, that song, It Was Only Just a Dream. I did a TikTok video, I think. It was only just, I've been thinking about you, thinking about her, or I was thinking about her, thinking about me. Who sings that? I can't think of who sings that. Anyway, It Was Only Just a Dream. Just look that song up. It's probably like 15 years old or something. Anyway, that song, I started thinking about that song, but that's a good song for that card, actually. So this is the divine feminine towards the divine masculine. So she's coming in wanting the Knight of Pentacles, right? Which is this guy, the loyal, stable, and committed light. This guy is all, he's a slow mover. He's not fast like this dude. This guy is like, he's like, let's take things slow. We're going to build. I'm committed to you. And in some cases, she's, she could be moving, dropping some burdens, moving on from some stuff. That's what this card can also mean in this deck with this knight. He's coming in as feeling left out in the cold, like a door was slammed in his face. Like maybe, and he would just like to not feel that way because it's in his wants, right? Because nobody wants to feel shut out, but that's like how he's showing up, and he probably just really wishes, especially based on the Temperance being here, that he was not shut out in the cold right now. So like I said, we have trouble with them gaining some peace right now, and balance and contentment and healing. They both want to balance things out. So this is the Two of Pentacles, right? This is kind of like a lower arcana card of this, right? Do you see it's the same? Like she's balancing things. She's balancing things. So, they desire some balance. They desire this. In their emotions, we have the Lovers, which is the twin flame card. So they both emotionally, they are just feeling each other. Like they know this is a connection. They know it's a twin flame connection. In the physical or physically, there was some justice or a verdict, or they want some sort of justice or verdict, or to balance things out. Mentally, spirit is just all over this and in their head, right? Also, they could be judging each other a little bit. So, but, based on so much major arcana, like emotionally, we feel, this 5D love connection, soul connection, love. There's a guardian angel. We have like, spirit stepping in right here, like the guardian angel card. And then we're in our head with spirit stepping in and blowing that. That was the traditional card of that, is where spirit's blowing the horn and kind of doing the last call for alcohol thing, right? So spirits in their head with synchronicities and thinking about things and songs and TV shows and people being from the same places. All the little things where you're like, that was weird. Was that from God? How did that happen? Where did that come from? All those little things. That's this, that's spirit, right? So we have the soul whispers right here. I don't feel good enough for you. I read all of your messages. So that's like this card right here, right? They're going back, reminiscing over messages and, kind of thinking about the past. Let's go away and start over somewhere, okay? We both have work to do on ourselves. Come closer to me. And so I always say, like, whenever these click up and make a rose, I almost feel like it's a little bit of a confirmation. So we both have to work to do on ourselves. Come closer to me. I've been careless with your heart. So that could be why he's a little pissed off. Like, she could have handed some truth, maybe, possibly, and given him a little bit of a verdict. And it pissed him off, right? Like, now he knows he's been careless with her. She probably let him know that. And whether he realized it or not, he does have remorse and anger about the choices he's made, right? Because he doesn't want her to question the connection. He feels like they're the twin flames. So dreams. So obviously, she's somebody that goes for her dreams, or so is he. Flip it around, however it is for you. And they're just, they'd be so proud to be with you, and they're so proud how you handle life. I feel, okay, so this is, magnetism. Okay, this card's magnetism. So I feel you inside me. It drives me insane. Yeah, he hates it. He hates it so much. I'm so afraid to tell you. Anxiety. So probably a lot of it. It's probably afraid to come forward. He didn't choose her. He didn't choose her, and he obviously wanted to, right? He's so angry at himself for not doing it. You're the one. So it's a love card. So here we go. Like, here we go. Here we go, right? Thank you for being you, my light in the darkness. So this is more about the illumination, and that they illuminate each other, he or her or whatever. This feels like torture. So he's in the shadows. This is more confirmation, right? Like, of, I hate that I love you. I'm so angry at myself. I have remorse. I'm so angry. I feel so hostile right now. I'm angry. So that he's just in that space. So let's look at his feelings towards a karmic, which is like why I did everything the way I did it, because of the way this spread is and how confusing it even was for me the last time. So right now he's resting and he's healing. He's just in this space of resting and healing. And I would even venture to say, since he's having trouble, like it's in their difficulties, he doesn't like being alone. He doesn't want to be alone. He's healing right now. He doesn't like being alone. She's coming in, wanting the King of Wands, or she's in that kind of energy, which is like, he's a very ambitious king, ambitious to a fault. He can almost kind of forget about his family. He's everybody's best friend, the center of attention. He's amazing at building and scaling businesses. He's a collaborator. So she either wants that, or she's coming in with that kind of energy. Their similarities is that they both hate being alone, or their differences is they both hate being alone. They are not the type of people that can be alone or want to be alone. Their similarities are that they want equal give and take, or they have it. They're giving and taking equally at this time, or they want it. Okay. In their emotions. This is why when I got to here, I needed so much help from Spirit. This is the Seven of Swords, okay? So this is the traditional F-boy card, right? The cheater, pumpkin eater card, the deception card. When it's in your emotions, it usually means that you are pining for somebody else. There is somebody else. Like, this is his wants, her wants, differences together, similarities together, emotions together, emotional or emotionally, in the physical or physically, and mental or mentally. Okay? These cards are the only cards they don't share. These are the cards that only that are their personal wants or their personal energy. They both have their eye on someone else. They both are pining for somebody else. They both sneak away to be or talk to with somebody else because they can't be alone. That's the state of this, okay? But in the physical or physically, you're seeing this love. You're seeing this loyalty. You're seeing this commitment, this like endearing whatever, you know? But the bad side of this card is when this king is in reversed or in a difficulty situation, or the negative aspects of him, manipulative, uses people's emotions to their advantage, uses their information and how they feel to his advantage. So take what resonates, but this is emotionally their mind is on somebody else. In the physical, they look like they're in love, right? And then mentally, they're thinking about an offer of, you know, a new, innocent, romantic, well-intentioned thing with somebody else. Unless it's like about manipulation and it's the reversal. So, you know, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about what's going on here. When he could have had so much, I don't even know what to say. I can only, you know, don't shoot the messenger. I can only tell you what these cards mean. Spirit puts them out. I just channel and give you the message, okay? So, you know, everything's not always what it seems, right? Everything's just not always what it seems. We need to let each other go. Oh, these are hidden truths, right? We need to let each other go. I left when I saw you with somebody. We will be together again because y'all hate being alone. Let's just be real. You can't do it. I wish things could be different. I know we have a soul connection, so we've talked about this, and you know, I had wondered if I was going to start reading for a completely different collective today, and it doesn't look that way. So we know this karmic and this divine masculine are actually soul karmics, or have a soul karmic connection. You can go look those up. They're just, you know, when you're writing out, when the twin flames, before they come to learn everything they're supposed to learn, you know, they write things into a contract. And so in this case, they wrote in a soul karmic. You're so easy to see through. So that kind of tips me off to that this is a negative aspect of this king, right? Because he is an empathetic, he's a psychic king. You know, he knows what's up. And so the negative aspects of that are that he can see through people, right? And then I lied to you. Here we go. Here we go, right? What did you want from me? Like, woo! If somebody said that, oh, it just even gives me shivers. Just like, if I was in a relationship and I heard something crazy said to me like that, like it just absolutely gives me shivers. So this is interesting. This energy is interesting today. I almost don't even know to say about it except like, why? You know, why? But, you know, if they want to be and like, if they want to lie to themselves and have some rose colored glasses on and pretend that everything is just like the most perfect and most loving romantic relationship anybody has ever physically seen in the physical, how about it, man? The rest of us know the deal, right? We know you're mad. We know you're mad, masculine. But here at the end of the day, okay, I gotta clean that up because other readers will get feisty with me that I'm not coaching you properly, and it's true. They would be right. We'll go back to the soul karmics, right? This is a soul karmic. He wrote in the contract that she had some lessons to learn, teach him, right? And he was going to learn these lessons. And so that's what he's here to do, and that's why we can't disrespect. He's in it. He's in learning his lessons right now, right? So we can't disrespect the karmic. You're not supposed to hate the karmic. You're supposed to thank them for the lessons that they're teaching them so that he can learn them, so that he can heal, so that he can grow, and so that he can heal himself and become a whole, happy, whole, and complete person, so that he would be the type of person that would be a good enough person and a good person to be in union with, should one or both of you choose to get into union. Okay, the whole point, oops, sorry y'all, the whole point of, you know, the twin flame journey is you're basically sent to earth, or you choose to come to earth, and you probably live, the odds of you living a pretty crappy life are high, because that's what you chose to do. It's a spiritual connection, and it's a spiritual calling. It's a divine calling. It's not just like a nothing thing. This is a divine calling that you chose. And you chose, even again, while on earth, to accept it. And you either prayed it in, called it in, manifested it in, wrote it out, asked God for it. However you did it, you asked for it and you got on the journey. So now that means that from all the things in your life that have happened to you, you get to choose to learn to heal from it all, whether that was 37 on the clock. You're learning to choose and heal and overcome it all, and some of it will be through people and karmics and karmic relationships and family members and karmic family members and things like that. And so the whole purpose is to heal yourself. She heals herself and he heals himself, and that's your divine, like, that's your divine calling. If at the end of it, after you're singularly a happy, whole, and complete person, if this dude happens to be around and he actually chose to do his work, because they don't always, and women too, they don't always. And so if you're in a place where you're like, yeah, I'm good, I've completed all my cycles, I've learned my lessons, I'm ready to be with somebody now, sometimes the odds are you're like, I feel good enough to not even be with anybody at all. And that's just how it is. You know, you may not even want this because you're so good with yourself and you've healed yourself and you did everything you're supposed to do. And it is not your job to wait around for him. This is not the point of this connection. The point of the connection is you come to earth, you go through some shitty shit, you heal from it, you overcome it, you become one with yourself, and then if you both did the work, you can come into union should you choose. You may not choose, because sometimes this connection can feel so toxic that maybe you just think, if I'm going to be with anybody, kings are great too. Okay, so that's kind of like the deal. And so he's in his space and he's learning his lessons, and he mad right now. Okay, so just, you know, be thankful for the karmic. That's the appropriate teaching, even though I get into it because I'm always, you know, I'm on the side of the divine, you know. I should be on the side of the karmic too, I know. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. If it resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day, y'all.